How's it going, everybody? ZoinkMeister Patrick here, joined today by John.
Hello, everybody.
And today we're playing more Atomic Heart on the PC.
Let's get radioactive.
Great. So, now that we have talked to Nora, talked about Petrov, it was kind of interesting, that conversation at the end of last episode, if you didn't see it, was with Nora talking about Petrov, and Nora was like, oh, you killed Petrov using my help. And Sergey was like, he killed himself. I didn't use your help at all. And she's like, yeah, but like you could have. I'm like, I'm good for you. And he's like, nah, you're better for me if you shut up. And here I'm looking, sorry, I should explain. I found the, right down there, you can almost see it there for a second. There was the tower for like shutting down all the robots. The problem is that I need to open it because it doesn't start open. And so I'm trying to figure out where the camera thing is so that I can open it.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, so that's currently what I'm doing is I'm looking around trying to find the camera thing. So I almost go down there, but then I'm like, it's probably not down there.
It's a dead engineer robot.
There, you see that line? See how it points to that thing on the roof? It's like a thin blue line. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, okay.
And so I think it's on the third floor there of this building. And so I'm trying to find a way up to that third floor is kind of what I'm doing right now. You see those yellow things in the background?
Yeah.
That's going to be important, even though I didn't see it at the time. Yellow means you can climb it, and I just didn't notice. So, but that's okay. I do a bunch of other stuff instead. But I did want to talk about, so yeah, the Nora thing. How do you feel about P3 and Nora's relationship? Because at the beginning of the game, Nora tried to kill us. She's killed many people. We've seen tons of dead bodies strung up by Nora. She just kind of constantly murders. But CHAR-les hacked her at the beginning of the game so that now she can't kill us, and instead she works for us and gives us weapons. So I think P3 kind of sees her for what she is. Oh, you can see the thermal camera in action here. Not that we...
It's not dark enough to really need a thermal camera here.
I don't know. It's a little dumb, but I use it. And so I think P3 sees Nora kind of for what, this cradle. If you look, there's something inside. Specifically, it's condensed milk.
Condensed milk, yeah.
Which is really good. If I could get it out.
Yeah, that's great for fighting, right? Increases your
damage.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to find a way to get to the condensed milk.
Dang.
I can't for the life of me figure it out.
That's a really tough cart.
Yeah, right? I try a lot, I think. Everything short of like, I think I'm tempted to pull out the rocket launcher, but I don't commit to it, but I'm thinking about it.
You couldn't pick it up and throw it down or anything, huh?
Oh, that would have worked. Actually, that might have been worth trying too. I don't know why I didn't think about that one, but I try swinging it.
No, that's a tough cart.
It's like, why did they do this to me? Yeah, I end up giving up eventually, I think. But I don't want to lose track of this Nora thing. So Nora, since she's been fixed, seems to be really nice and helpful and
in love with you.
And P3 is not having any of it. But so how do you feel? Do you think he's in the right for being like, I know she's just whatever, she would kill me if she could, but she can't, and I'm not gonna forgive her for murdering literally, people I see like constantly. Every room I go into, I see people killed by Nora. Or would you come around and be like, well, maybe she can't help herself. That was the kill order came out like all these robots are killing people. It's not Nora's fault in particular that she enjoys the murder.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's just a robot, right? Doing what she's programmed to do. So
yeah,
if you reprogram a robot to be on your side, then they're on your side. That's
right.
Great.
There's no reason to be so antagonistic toward them. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Nora situation's really interesting. I feel like that was a fun character there. I picked up another condensed milk, which is always good. Went straight to Nora. This thing, I don't know. I'm kind of, the Nora one's tough. I'm interested in the idea that they wrote P3 the way they did, because I feel like if they'd made P3 like into it, it would have been worse. If P3 was like, yeah, Nora, like, I don't know. I feel like they took the right choice in making P3 be like antagonistic towards Nora, but it does make me feel a little bad for Nora. I feel like she's trying her best.
Yeah, that movie, there's a movie, I can't remember the guy's name. He was from the future, and he comes like back in time, and then I have to look it up. I can't remember what the name of the movie was, but it was a robot, and so the robot is actually converted to being the good side.
Oh.
And then he starts fighting against the evil robots for them. And
interesting. Terminator?
Terminator, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my
like
head
Terminator
was going
3.
somewhere else entirely.
I'm glad you thought of that.
Yeah.
I couldn't...
Oh wait, here's a turbo.
Everything's fine. Take it easy now. The bosses know what they're doing. Demon, I haven't even been here a week yet, and I've already seen enough corpses for a lifetime. I thought this place was gonna be a regular clinic. I had no idea it was like this.
Didn't the fact that this place is a secret complex tip you off? You're a little green to be a guard, especially at a hospital. Listen, we're not butchers like those scientists. We're not here to kill people. We just make sure no one runs off. It's fine, really.
That's our first little hint about what's going on here.
This is a hospital.
Here's another one.
Can't feel anything. Must have struck backbone. Wheelchair bound for the rest of my life. No, it's a neck wound. I can't see.
Hang on. Everything's gonna be okay.
Hey, are you a doctor? A nurse, maybe? Could you finish me off, maybe? I don't want to.
That's Comrade Major to you, soldier.
Why should I care now?
You can relax. It's over. You're dead, soldier.
What? Are you serious? I'm dead?
Yep. You're not even the one thinking these thoughts. It's just residual static.
Thank you. Thank you, citizen. Oh, this feels good.
Rest in peace.
Ooh, this is nice.
Jeez. Since he said rest in peace, he's now resting? Is that, you
I
think
have
it like,
no idea.
is the thought listen to what he said maybe?
Him too? Shouldn't we at least try to help him? There's nothing we can do for him. He sat down by your bed like he was hypnotized, and then he just stayed that way. We're the ones who need help now. My God. But you're right. Those shots were shit. They were supposed to help, but now I've got 5 people from the same collective farm on my hands. Trust me. Something's wrong with me. Call the nurse. My side. My side is on fire. Hurry. Call the nurse already.
So it seems like crazy stuff's happening here at the hospital. I'm about to see some more little info about it. So like here's 2 emails. It just talks about like the research that they're doing, and it seems kind of inhumane because they even said like a collective farm.
Zaharov didn't die, comrade. Zaharov lives.
What? Who are you? What are you talking about?
I'm an assistant professor from AOC. It matters not. Zaharov lives.
Zaharov?
He is Dr. Sechenov's closest supporter. A man whose genius may surpass Sechenov himself. It was believed Zaharov perished a few years ago in an unfortunate accident. But he did not. I studied the documents, and all of the most revolutionary papers show signs of his involvement. His personal touch, if you like. I worked with him personally and knew his attitude well. Caustic comments, radical methods, unmitigated interruptions. He is most definitely alive. But one question remains. If he is alive and still working, why would somebody hide it?
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. Right now, it's hard to tell who's alive and who isn't.
We get a lot of information dump in this section. I want to say, I think that's the guy that was pushed into the red thing and killed. There's so much going on here. So this is, we hear about this husband and wife. One of them's sick and is at the hospital, and the husband wants to see him. And so they let him see him, but then they're like, he's not making it out of here alive. And I don't know if that's that email or another email. There's like, this is going to be a huge information dump. I run into one thing after another here. Then we'll have a little bit of time to talk once I get out of here.
Autolysis starts approximately 7 to 10 minutes after death, followed by defecation in 3 to 5 minutes. Rigor mortis sets in 5 to 6 hours. Then, let me see, complete decomposition in about 5 years.
What are you doing?
I'm counting. Everything has to be thoroughly calculated. Precision matters. Observation in detail is the key to success. I'm a scientist. I must spend every moment examining and cataloging nature's phenomena. Comrade, do you know many people capable of documenting the decomposition of their own body?
What's the point? You can't even record your observations.
What? Oh, shit. You have a point. So you will help me. Please stay next to me over the entire period of decomposition and keep track of the progress. You will manage. It won't take long. Give or take 535 to 650 days in current conditions.
Fine. I'll go get my notepad.
Oh, Kartoffelkopf! You made me lose my concentration. Let's start again.
So we know the thought devices don't actually last that long, I don't think. So there's no way he'd finish his observations. But a very silly thing to see, like how everyone responds to their own death, and how they take it. Another chirper.
Swab. Focus. Keep an eye on that incision.
Okay, okay.
Focus. Shit. Pressure on it, now! The polymer wasn't absorbed by the tissue again, so it created a pathological cavity. There are nodules like this all over his body. What do those heartless animals want from people, huh?
You may be right, comrades. But that is not your concern. Do your jobs. Private, bring in the next one.
Yes, Comrade Colonel.
The polymer needs to be absorbed. And if it's not, save whoever you can. And clean this place up.
That said upper by the door, by the way.
Oh, I was going to ask you. You can see I'm trying to like parkour my way up there. I can't figure it out, but here's more emails. This is, I think, more stuff about the wife, and these are some people that work at the hospital talking about the wife and the husband, and like they're making bets on if they'll survive. And the diagnostician, who was like kind of creepy in the earlier emails, was like, "Oh, like I can't believe you're making bets about these people's lives and stuff like that." And it's just like there's a lot of info in those. I think it's just, and this is more stuff where the husband, I guess, is kind of gets interesting because he picks it up. And then the original guy's like, we should go in there and save them. So I feel like that's going to be a continuing story as we go through this next facility. You see, I call the elevator, but the elevator's going to go down. And it's like, I don't want to get stuck in like what I think is maybe the last level. I'm still trying to get to that camera up there. And I'm like, how the heck do I get to that camera? And so I think I wander around for a while trying to figure that out. But did you have any thoughts on all of the, like, so many emails and conversations and chirpers and like everything going on at this hospital?
Just the Zakharov, is that what his name was? Or the
Yes.
I think that was the most interesting one for sure. That's going to be significant.
Yes.
I'm sure that he's going to be like one of the main enemies in the end or something.
Maybe.
Zakharov or whatever his name was.
Well, so do you remember, so far what we've heard about him is that he was the guy that saved us, Sergey? No, where's Sergey? What's his name? Sechenov's best friend was Zakharov, and Zakharov died in an experiment because he fell into the red polymer. And the red polymer is the, we've seen that one time, right? That was like the thing that absorbed the other dead body.
Or the red polymer is even that part you said was going to damage you if you jumped into the polymer there that was red, right?
Yeah, I don't know
if that's red polymer.
That might be more red polymer. Yeah, I think so. But the red polymer has like a consciousness. Oh yeah, so here I got the camera. There's only one camera, so this actually ends up being pretty straightforward. I just unlock it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so then there's nothing really else to do from here.
Now you can go down there.
Yeah. And so there's this weird conspiracy from a couple of levels back where I want to say CHAR-les, the glove, was telling us that like he makes some comment about like, how did Zakharov like die? He's like, oh, it was just, and P3's like, it was just some freak accident, like whatever, he fell in the polymer. He's like, this guy was a really smart guy. Like he knew they were working with a dangerous polymer. Like how do you just trip and fall into a bath of like polymer that melts your bones, your flesh off your bones? And so P3, oh yeah, I finally give up on the shotgun right here, and I remove all the upgrades so I can get all the materials back. I don't delete the shotgun because I can't, but this allows me to fully upgrade the pistol. I switch the pistol back to machine gun pistol. So this is what I'm doing right here. I just want to test it out, see if it's any good. And then this allows me to fully upgrade the pistol with all the stuff that I have left, because the shotgun was so resource intensive. And then I also upgrade the electro here as well, fully. And then I even have some left over to upgrade these homing missiles all the way to top. Like that's how much junk was in the shotgun. So,
Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of stuff. So I'm able to upgrade a bunch of stuff because I got rid of the shotgun.
Get much better weapons and just get rid of the shotgun.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah. And so we'll get to see the electro in practice eventually. I don't think it's anytime soon, but still, I have stuff now. But
it'd be nice if there's something you can do to make the saw last longer. That's a really powerful weapon.
It's based off of my energy consumption. So there are some like personal upgrades that make it so I use energy less, whatever, like my energy lasts longer. But yeah, the saw, it's pretty tough. I think eventually I'm kind of trying to get a certain thing. I got spotted by Dandelion, but I think I shut it down right here. Yeah, so the thing with the friend is, I don't know. So CHAR-les he gave us that little hint about like there might be some foul play going on with what happened there. And then this guy in the hospital tells us again, he's like, that guy didn't die. And it's like, oh, but the story we heard is that there was an accident where he fell in, and now we're hearing that like maybe that accident never even happened. And so then what are they trying to hide? And I don't know. I'm curious. They'll definitely go somewhere. I think I'm with you on that. Like there's no chance that that doesn't go somewhere. But yeah, I assume that this, like the previous area, it's like, you know, probably need to zip line. So I take this zip line. I don't think I actually needed to do that in Proc.
Yeah, so you walk along the beach there, actually.
I think I could have just walked, but
yeah,
whatever. I tried it just to check if there was anything that needed doing. It didn't look like it.
Huh.
That's okay. I find some loot, which is always good.
Yeah, great to find more loot.
Yeah. Yep. There's all kinds of stuff going on, but I'm curious to see, because I don't go into the hospital anytime soon because I want to do this testing facility. But this testing facility was pretty cool. I don't know how much of it we get to see in this episode. I don't think we'll get to see much, but this is the final side mission testing facility, and this is a little
little cave there.
Yes, yeah, it's a little hidden in the rocks here. Give you a little teaser. This ends up being like actually a bit of a brain scratcher for me. I kind of get lost in this one. So we'll see that kind of coming up here, but there's I don't know. This one's fun. I like this as being like the last side mission area. But first we have to take an elevator ride down.
Lots of good stuff down there.
What were you saying earlier about? Oh, I think Charles is gonna make a comment when we come in here. Otherwise, I would. Let me see. Got my thing? There's mannequins everywhere in here. It was like freaking me out.
Why are those dummies in those poses? What were they even doing here, and who set them up?
I suspect the machines stood like that on their own.
Perverts.
Look at it from another perspective. These dolls are controlled by Collective, which has most likely gained access to its creator's manner of thinking. This may seem pretentious to you, but to the dolls, it probably meant nothing to them.
Like I said, we ought to be asking their creators about this.
Or rather, the people watching it.
I think that's a little dig at us, right?
Yeah.
We're the people watching it. Yeah, I thought that was a fun thing. I always love the little comments between CHAR-les and P3. But yeah, what were you? Do you remember you were making some comments about Terminator before?
Oh yeah. So Schwarzenegger eventually becomes a good guy, right? By like the third movie or something like that. So
yeah,
he was originally an enemy, and then you make the enemy robot into a cooperative robot,
right?
It just becomes a good thing. So
yeah.
I mean, definitely, if you can get any of these robots here even to work on your side, I mean, then that's great. No reason to be mad at them. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, which I'm surprised given the like context of the game that you never get a weapon or an upgrade or a skill or anything that's like a hack ability, right? Like we never get to like temporarily turn a robot into our
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty neat.
And it would make sense for the context of the game too, right? Like that seems to be the point, is that these robots are just following orders. They're not like, they don't want you dead or anything in particular.
Yeah.
They're just in combat mode. And so it's like, well, why can't we just...
They're pretty, like, instead of just killing the robot when you get behind it, if you can get behind him and actually, like, reprogram it to work on your side or something like that, that'd be pretty cool.
Right, for like the stealth takedown, if that was instead of like a reprogram. That's the thing. I'm surprised there isn't more to it than that. These puzzles are they're not anything crazy. I just, whatever. But the actual like full puzzle for this area was fun. Oh, I remember now what happens in this episode. I just something about opening that door was like, oh yeah, that's right. So you have to remember some things going ahead here is that I got rid of my shotgun. My pistol is set for robots. My machine gun's set for organics. The rocket launcher is set for homing. And there's a trick to the... No comment on that. I have no clue what he meant by that's what pervs do.
What did he say?
That's what pervs do.
Pervs, okay.
Like perverts, I guess?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I guess he's seen the
robots everywhere.
Yeah.
It was just a random time to make a comment. No one says anything. Okay. My homing rockets do more damage the further they travel. That's one of the upgrades on the homing rockets. That's gonna be worth keeping in mind here because I'm inside of a narrow, tight facility. And so using it can't be as helpful. I found the bronze chest though.
Oh, cool.
And what do I get from this? Oh yeah, I got the thermal scope for the shotgun.
Thermal scope. Again, I think you're gonna wind up in a dark room eventually, is what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I put away the shotgun though, so I didn't actually get the upgrade because I'm not holding the shotgun. Door closes behind me.
Okay.
Boss bar appears. Another Natasha back to back. So here's the thing. At some point, oh yeah, you can see my thermal scope. Luckily, I can see where she is, you know, because it would be difficult to tell otherwise. So the homing rockets, you can see, look at the health in the top right. And now it just hit. You see how long that took? Between when I fired the rocket and when the rocket actually did damage?
I'm just getting started.
It was like forever. And so it did a decent chunk of damage. But you'll see I start firing off because I completely forgot that that's how this works. Oh, also I'm getting bombarded with enemies. These little things like run into you. And so I switched to my electro because I'm trying to do a pulse attack. You see this is me pulsing.
This Natasha's pretty effective.
Yeah, I have very little health left. I heal though. And there's freaking owls everywhere in the air. So that's why I'm using this gun, because this gun fires homing bullets. So you can see I'm just firing randomly into the air, and I'm hoping that the bullets will home in on the enemies. Is what I'm doing.
That's good.
Yeah, and so that's what's happening right now, is that you can see the bullets curving through the air to hit the nearest enemy. And then I switched to this because I run out of ammo, and so I need to get my charge back. And the only way to get my charge back is to hit things with melee. I also have a one of my consumables, but so I fire the rocket and you can look at how much damage that does. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
And Natasha, at some point I'll check, but I remember just from the last time we fought her that she's weak to explosives. And so you can see that does like almost no damage though. And I think it's because the homing rockets are just super weak. And so I'm really not happy with her performance after I do this fight. But that's what's going on there. I get my electro back because I'm just desperate. I need the electricity to shoot this thing. And so that's what's happening right now, is I'm trying to kill all the owls in the air. And it's pretty successful. It's not too bad.
Good.
Yeah.
Can you tell how many owls there are in there, or do you just have to look?
I know. Yeah, there's no like radar or anything like that. You just, if you're getting attacked, then something's attacking you.
Yeah.
Those laser beams that you see, those are the owls. So if you see laser beams, then they're still owls. That's how I know. So there's 3 owls right there in front of me.
Each one of them has like 2 lasers too.
Yes, right. Which just makes
more
it
lasers.
chaos. There's just a bunch of them in the air. I can't even see anything with all of the blur. Look at, I pick up Natasha with my power, which is pretty cool.
Boom.
Yeah.
She landed on her feet.
Yeah, I didn't manage to slam her, I don't think. But I finally activate my shield, which counters lasers, and I think there's no more owls left. As you see, I don't even get hit with anything. I finally remember it.
Shield.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wait, I have a direct counter to laser beam. I don't use it. So here, I do my rocket from point blank range, and it does less damage than my melee attack, which is dumb. If I'm wasting Fat Boy rockets, it had better do damage. So I think this is the last fight where I use homing, because it's like, I can't miss. She's right there. Like, you know, it seems silly that
right there, right on her. Oh,
yeah.
You didn't get the weapon off in time.
Well, because in order to home, I have to zoom in, and zooming in takes time. And so it's like, I think eventually I'd give up though. Oh, also I want to do this. That's why I chose not to fire, because I'm running low on ammo, and this gives me do more damage. That's the damage boost item. So now that I can damage boost, so I have to zoom in. I completely miss with homing rockets. Yeah, you have to actually be aiming in order to hit them. And so there, I just like hip fire and I hit her.
You got it.
Yeah, I didn't even home that one. I'm just like, I'll just hit it point blank range. It's only because I have the condensed milk though. Is the only reason it's doing damage now. And it's doing pretty decent damage now that I have the condensed milk. I think it's like double what it was. But still, I don't know.
You think the condensed milk is going onto the bullets or whatever? You think that's what's going on?
Yeah, it doubles your damage. That's what the condensed milk does.
Yeah, but I mean, why? Like, if you think, well, why would condensed milk double your damage? I wonder.
That's a solid question. I don't know why. But yeah, you
must be thinking you're dipping your bullets into it, basically, right?
No, you drink the condensed milk. I don't know why it gives you a damage boost.
Yeah, you drink it. How does that increase the weapon?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think the idea is that like if you're using a melee weapon, then like the sugar rush gives you more focus or whatever, I think is the idea. I just finished it with a melee, speaking of which. Yeah, no, that is a little silly. That it makes my. I think it's supposed to be like, oh, you're like focusing more or something because of the sugar or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of silly, but
maybe that's it.
Yeah, it's good for your bones, is what. You can see there's so many owls. I just kind of have a compilation here of me picking everything up. Lots of superconductors, which is always good, and metal parts and neuropolymer, which allow me to upgrade the glove stuff. But yeah, that was a fight. It really made me reevaluate all my weapons, though. I end up switching the rocket launcher back to normal rockets because. You can see how much they do 4 pips more damage compared to the homing. I just don't think it's worth it. So, yeah. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this episode. You've made it to the end, and hopefully we'll see you next time in more Atomic Heart.
Thanks a lot for joining and watching.
Zoink out.